Welcome back again, everyone. So from the last video, it's regarding the entity mapping one to many, many to many, and many to one, I guess. And this video we are going to do some API securing using Keycloak, and it took me quite some time to learn how it's supposed to go, because last time I tried to do a backend demo project, I was using an internal, so to speak, internal authorization using Quarkus small I JWT. So I need to set up the token generator, validation, and giving access to the user so that the user can access some resources or APIs. So I need to set up some things using the JWT inside the Quarkus. And now I'm trying to use the Keycloak to centralize the authorization and authentication, so I don't need to provide some a token generator like I used to do it. But yeah, it has been a trade-off. So you need to set up some Keycloak, but you don't have to set up this kind of things, the authentication authorization on Quarkus. The Keycloak does it for you, but yeah, it's kind of hard. And let's see how it goes today. And I saw some videos also on YouTube on tutorial how to integrate Keycloak and Quarkus, but most of them are using Spring Boot dependency, so I kind of confused how it went. Like I said, I'm not really a programmer or a developer, so yeah, it took me sometimes to learn. So today we are trying to secure our API using Keycloak. The first one will be using annotation in Quarkus. So the path goes like this. The user will access and so the user interface will access the endpoint or APIs, one of the API on our resources, but they have to have an authentication or authorization, otherwise they cannot access it. So that's the first one. We use Keycloak for the verifier, but we still need to do some settings on the Quarkus using annotations. But on the second one, we completely organize the verification, authentication, authorization from Keycloak itself. So I encourage you to watch the videos from dev into development. I guess he explained really well about Keycloak and how to integrate it with Quarkus and Spring Boot application. And also, I think one of the YouTuber I saw, it's also Java Milanovic. And yeah, I will put them in the I put their channel on the description, so you can have references to if you need any information. So yeah, and today we are not going to code much. We just need to setting some things up. We just need to set some things up in our application properties and also in dependencies, and then we just have to modify a little bit of our resources. Okay, so yeah, like the first time we need to set up some Keycloak. I already downloaded Keycloak. If you see here, this is the this is the Keycloak running on my machine, port 8081, and then this is my Quarkus. I already run it, and then this is my resources, and this is the setting we need. Okay, so today in order to what I supposed to show you the dependencies. So the first we need this Quarkus OIDC in dependency, like this here. So this one, oh, so here IO, the group is IO Quarkus and Quarkus IDC. That's the one that we need today to do the Keycloak verifier, and we need to provide our URL for the Keycloak where it's running on, and then we have to I think for the first step we just need to provide the URL where our Keycloak is running. And then this is for the small I open API, so we can use this Swagger, not using Postman, because if we're using Postman we need to set some API, set it post or get or put or patch or delete, so it's kind of tedious. So just to make it faster for the video, I already setting some just like we did on the previous video, that we using OpenAPI to test our endpoint, which is not secure, which is not. And if we look at this, if we already add this server URL, oh no, the OIDC scheme, when we click the authorize, they have the dialog pop up here, but we need to add some other settings, which is the name of the security scheme, and also the OpenID URL where we can find it. Okay, so let me restart first. Wait, I will show you how to get this link. So when we run Keycloak on our machine or locally, where is it? I think here. So we can see it here. That's not this one. This one, localhost 8081. So I'm not explaining how do I get the Keycloak. It's really, I think it's really pretty straightforward. You download the Keycloak binary here, install it, and you set up some configuration, your ID, username, or user ID, and then password, and then you just have to define your database running, also your database, where your database is running on the port on your local, and then also where it's going to be run on. For example, for me it's port 8081. And then we need to create realms. I already did it, and by realms it's like an organization. It's like the whole organization where all other branches are going to be stored. So my realms is this DO project. When we select it, and we have the client is like the application. So for example, you have, I don't know, maybe you have a back-end, front-end, management application, you name it. So it goes here, the client. And now we are going to have this DVD app, and if you go for the credential here, you will find the client ID and client secret. It's going to be important for the next step, because if I show you here, we will need that one later on, the ID and all the credential here. So just make sure you set up you set your Keycloak really well. And then, like I said, you can refer to this YouTuber, or you can find it also on other channel, because they explain it really well on how it goes with the Keycloak and stuff like that. So yeah, we already choose our clients. It's DVD app here, and we have also the users here. I already created an admin and a customer. Admin will have the administrator role, and the customer is this default role. If we look at here, role is the default roles, DO project is the default roles and the real names. So it's just like a normal roles from the Keycloak. I'm not really get into it, but yeah, we just have to specify the role here, because later on we will use the annotation on our Quarkus app. So the administrator, if you look at a role mapping, I already create another role administrator, and it's on the realms scope. So any application can use this user. So it's a realm scope. So it's like a global, it's like a global user. And then yeah, if we click here the realm roles, I already have this one, the administrator role, and all other is just the default role, or the base role from the Keycloak. So if we create another new user, it will be automatically assigned this kind of role. And then I also use the jwt.io, so we can check the JWT that provided from the Keycloak itself. Okay, so the what you call it, the process will be we are going to log in using one of our user here, and it's either a customer or admin, and then we check on JWT, the token that they provided, and see what the roles are, and then we try to access this the API. Okay, so I think I can close this one. Wait. Okay, then we open our resources. We start from the actor resource. Yeah, you see. So on our resource, we are going to use 3 annotations. First is the authenticated. It means that user need to be logged in, okay, to access that endpoint or the API. And second one is the permit all, which means that anybody can access it without a login or without authentication. And the third one is the roles allowed. So in roles allowed, that API can only be accessed with the roles that already defined here on the resources. Okay, so for example, when I put this authenticated annotation here on the on the resource, so it means all endpoints under these actors need assigning. Okay, so if somebody is not logged in, they cannot access the endpoint. Okay, so let's try if it's true or not. Hopefully it works, but let's see. So if we open API, click authorize. No, we actually have to restart this one first. Yeah, okay, so if we are not specifying this for the open API, we will not get this kind of dialog. So make sure you set up your application on your application properties on this one. If you want to do if you want to see the documentation, it's on the using OpenID. Wait, no, it's Keycloak OpenID. Oh wait, it's on here. Quarkus. You can go here. It's the smaller I. Wait, it's kind of running slow. Yeah, so it's more open API with Swagger. Yeah, you can see here. I think it's on the Yeah, you can see here. So yeah, somewhere. So yeah, look at it. So Quarkus small array open API security scheme. We're using the OpenID Connect, and then the name, it's Keycloak, and the URL where we find this configuration, where we specify the configuration for our OpenID Connect, and you can find here on the Keycloak administration here. It's on the realm settings. If you go all the way down, you see here OpenID endpoint configuration. Yeah, you can see here. So it will provide you with the token endpoint and stuff like that. So if you are requesting for token, you can test here, introspect, and you have to log out here. So we just copy the link here and put it here for the OpenID Connect URL, because we are getting all the information from here. Okay, yeah, let me restart our application first, and then we will test our endpoint. And close this one. So we're not logged in yet, like I said, and then our endpoint is already secure here, authenticated for actors. So I think if we are going to access this one, we are not going to be able to, because it's already protected. You see, it's unauthorized, so we need an authorization to access this endpoint. But let's say, just for the sake of practice, people don't have to log in just to see movies, list all the movies. So we define this permit all annotation, so that everyone without a login can access the endpoint. Let's try it out. Hopefully it works. Yeah, okay, it's working. Okay, so yeah, I think it works quite well. Now, one more thing, like I said, we are going to use the roles allowed annotation. So let's see if I want to get some specific actor. Maybe I need access, because not everyone can have access with the ID. So yeah, just for the sake of practice, so roles allowed. Please specify the role. Oh yeah, please specify the role that we already defined on the Keycloak. For example, we define the role administrator. Please write here administrator, not just admin, because it will differ from the information that the token. No, it's not declare role. Sorry, it's a roles. Yeah, because we'll administrator. Okay, so oh yeah, we're supposed to check, but never mind. Okay, if we comment out first, we just need to check if it's working. So previously, without the permit all, we cannot access the list of actors. That means we have to log in first. Okay, so the first step will be, refresh this one first. The first step, we need to log in as a customer without any roles, and the client ID. We will find here, go to client, DVD app, credential, yeah, copy it. Oh no, and you go here. Hopefully it works now. Authorize, not now. So we'll log in. Okay, and then we are going to access this one. Hopefully it works. Okay, cool. So yeah, like I said, because all the endpoints under actors are already secure, so we need authentication or login to access the API. And if you see here on the curl, we get the token here, and we can check on the GWTIO for the information of the token. I think, yeah, you can check it here. So yeah, so it's the URL that we provided, the issuer of the token, and then so the roles, like I said, it's just a default role without any further settings or something. And yeah, it's the customer. That's the one that we expected from the what do you call it, from details, from the information. And then so we try to access actor with some ID, and we secure it with the roles allowed annotation here on our Quarkus. So let's try if it's working. Well, working, the endpoint's working, and then our setting is also working. When the setting is working, we're not supposed to get access. So that's what I mean. So just maybe 49 get actor. That's forbidden. Okay, we are authorized, but we're forbidden to access the endpoint here because we secure it with the administrator. So let me uncomment this one. Okay, and then we are going to log out first, and then now we use admin, and then so stays the same, authorize. Then if this one, hopefully, yeah, okay. So actor number 67, Jessica Bailey, with all the films that we are already created on the previous video, many-to-many relationship, it's all there. Okay, I think that it's working. So authenticated means that the endpoint need authentication. Permit all without authentication will be accessible. And then with roles allowed, you need authentication, and also you need roles to access that. Okay, so we are not going to put all this what do you call it, annotation for all the resource. It's just for a test, so we can see that it's working. Okay, so oh yeah, I need to explain something. So when we want to log in with our user here, for example, user and user password here, you can find it here on the Keycloak admin. Click on users and admin credential here. I think you can see if you forgot your password, yeah, just reset here. I think, yeah, it's the password right here. So that's where you find it. Again, yeah, Keycloak, it's really, I think it's really handy, but for at some point I will explain this on later on the end of the video. So yeah, the setup, it's quite confusing for me at the beginning, but once you know it, I think it's pretty handy, just to show that Keycloak organize all the authentication and authorization for your apps. And yeah, if you really get into it, you can, yeah, use some other options here. There are tons of options you can choose. I think you can also send an email notification and stuff like that. We are not going to do that in this demo. Maybe on my later on my project we will do that, but now no. That's why we just use the the actors resource just for the example how to do it. Okay, and then like I said, we are going to do types of authentication. The first one is just we are defining the roles on our Quarkus, but the verifier and the issuer comes from the Keycloak. Okay, but the second one that we are going to do, all the authentication, authorization, and also the setting will go on Keycloak, not on Quarkus. So we are define the resources there, the roles there, and some other permissions on the Keycloak itself, so we don't have to do it on our Quarkus. So yeah, and for that we are going to comment this out first. So and then here, okay, and we go out, we open our pub XML file, and then the second dependency that we need is the it's called a Keycloak authorization. I guess it's on here, you can see here. Yeah, using OpenID Connect and Keycloak to centralize authorization. So we need, oh, I call it, I've used Maven. Yeah, Keycloak authorization. So we need this one. Okay, so we add because REST Jackson and the OIDC we added already here. As you can see, now we just have to add this other, no, it's supposed to be here. We just go for dependency, and then it's IO Quarkus, correct? I think it's IO Quarkus. Yeah, it's IO.Quarkus. It's the, no, wrong. It's here. It's a group ID. It's IO.Quarkus. Here, yeah, and then it's the artifact ID. It's Quarkus. What do you call it? Quarkus Keycloak authorization. Is it real? Yeah, Quarkus Keycloak authorization. Quarkus Keycloak authorization. Here. Okay, and then we have to close it here with dependency. Restart our, okay, so we restart it. Yeah, I think it's kind of normal to have this kind of wait, kind of this response, because I think we need to set some things up. Oh no, oh cool, okay, yeah, we already add that one. So yeah, for a second step, or using the Keycloak authentication and authorization, we provide our OIDC client that I already showed you earlier. It's the DVD, it's the client ID here, whatever you created on the Keycloak. If you, yeah, client. So here, DVD app. Okay, and then yeah, you just provide the Okay, you just provide the name, client ID, and the valid redirect URL, and also for the credential, don't forget also to oh, oh yeah, save it. And one more thing, we need this one, the configuration. So Quarkus Keycloak policy enforcers enabled. You have to make this true to enable the policy enforcement. Quarkus Keycloak policy enforcement enabled. Okay, it's true. Oops. How it works. Let's see if it's working. Okay, I think that's cool. Okay, nice. And this is really important. If you already setting that the policy enforcement enabled, you have to go to your clients and then you click this authorization. Okay, so you need to click this one on, otherwise it's not working basically. So you save it, okay, and we restart it again. Yeah, so when we are using our when we are using Keycloak as the centralized authorization and authentication, we need to set some resources based access, so to speak. If we are not clicking this authorization, you can see the authorization tab won't be here. So if we click here, there are some options here. You can also import your settings here. So the policy enforcement mode is enforcing. So otherwise not. Yeah, there's also a permissive option which you can define it later on, but now we're just using this one. And also you can also disable it here. So basically all the settings are here. You can just click save, and then there are other tabs here like resources, scopes, policies, and permissions. So we kind of create the security of our API here, not on our Quarkus apps. Okay, so I watched like a few tutorials regarding this one, and they did in order. So we have to specify first the our resource, and then our policies, and the last one is the permissions. So I think that's the order how to do it. Okay, so again, first we are going to create the default resource which everyone can access it. Okay, so we name is just the default resource. It's default resource, URI, everything, and just click save. Like I said, after that we're going to the policies. We create our policies, and again here there are tons of options you can choose from the user, which user you give the access into. It's a time window, how long someone can access that endpoint. Role, which role? I think role it's the one that suits us at the moment. You can also use group. So there are plenty of options. Like I said, I will link on description the channel that explains all this kind of stuff really well. Okay, so we click role, and it's got default policy. Oh no, default policy, assign role. I don't think it's a ream roles, so it's just a normal role, like default role. Everyone can have access, so save. So everyone with this default role project can default realm project can access the endpoint. Okay, and now it's the permissions, because we just set up our resources, so it's create resource based permission. That's why, like I said, we do it in order, because you need to have one of these first, otherwise it's not going to be available. So it's like the default permission, resource. We click on our default resource, and policies. Okay, so one thing that I would like to mention, if you are deleting the resources or policies, okay, the permissions will automatically also be deleted, as long as the resource and policies that they have here on the permission depend only on one resource and policy. If they have multiple resource and policies, and it won't be automatically deleted. Okay, so for example, you add another resource here on the permission, and you deleted one of the resources here, it won't be deleted. Okay, it has to be all of them. Okay, so we create another resources, and yeah, it's going to be, for example, what do you call it, get movies by ID, as I already have here, by resource, get movies by ID resource. So everything here, everything with film ID needs this authorization. Yeah, okay, save. Cool. And so after resources, again we create the policies, create another client policies, role, assign role, realm roles. We need the administrator to do it. Assign, it's get movies by ID policy, save it. Now we set the permissions, create permission, resource base, get permissions. So the policies, get movies by ID policies, save. We are going to, so we need to go for the movies here. So you see, yeah, so you see I already create a user resource. So I'll explain it later on the video, what I'm trying to achieve actually, but I can't really do it now. So yeah, so what we are mentioning there, we have to log out first. Let's see if it's working. Oh yeah, it's already logged out. So we mentioned that for the default role, we need to log in to access the endpoint. But let's see here if it's working. Film, Try to get all films without logging in if it's possible. Oh, it's possible. Okay. So how about wait, it's not working. So I think let's go without the. Now we are going to get film by ID. Let's see if it's working. Try it out. Oh, wait. Why it's not working? It's supposed to be working, isn't it? Wait. Are we doing something? Wait. Oh. Something wrong here? Why it's not running? Okay. Group ID. Is it Palm Excel? Where's the line 82? Here. Keycloak authorization. Okay. It's supposed to be like this. Let's see if it's hopefully it's no. What does it say? Unrecognized tag? 82. Wait. SQL authorization. Here. Hopefully it's working now. Hopefully. Okay. Okay. Does it work now? Hopefully it's working. Wait, it's not. It's not there yet. Okay. So we define all the define all the. So hopefully it's works. Okay, it's working. How about the film ID? Wait, do I make a mistake here? VDM. It's already here. Client ID, I provided the correct one. Oh, it's not working. Let's see. Users. No, it's client. VF authorization. It's settings. Yeah, it's already here. And the client has access to it. Save. Credential. It's right. Authorization. Resources. So what if we change it to films? Oh, is it gonna work? Oh, so we're not logged in, are we? Okay, we're not logged in. Why it's working? Why do we have access? That's the question. We shouldn't have access for this one. It's weird. Policies. Default policies. Permission. Just a second guys, I'll be right back just to check